Yo, what up, everybody? What's up, everybody? This is your boy Food Junkie, and I'm down in my crafting sewing area, getting ready to just hang out and show you guys a couple things. We're gonna be talking about a couple things today. Um, I wish you already come on in, and I prepare myself while y'all do that. Welcome, 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 welcome. And watching Beauty and the Beast as well on TV at the same time. Y'all know I like to multitask, do several things all at once. But I have some really important and critical information. What's up, my 2 cents? What's up, Raphael? How you doing, bro? I'll just say, babe, because I had a whole conversation about people, calling me when they come into their chats, bruh, opposed to just saying being who you are. And everyone's baby to me. Y'all know that. All y'all my babies. The men are my babies, the women are my babies. What's up, Ursula, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Y'all know that's how I just talk. It's nothing personal, so don't get offended, y'all. Don't get offended. Those guys who may drop on by, nothing personal. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know what I do. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You guys, so a couple things I want to talk to you guys about. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about, you're well? Good, baby. Hope you had a good weekend, too. Um, have y'all heard of the $5 challenge, you guys? If you did, put one in the chat. If you heard of a $5 challenge, I want to offer you guys what you're doing. Chill in my 2 cents for a moment and get ready to show you guys a couple things and talk about a couple things with you guys right quick. Um, One thing is the $5 challenge. I want to offer everyone a challenge to the $5 challenge. But I'm gonna do a twist on it myself. But not everyone can. So do what you can and do whatever you can do to make it happen. Basically, what the $5 challenge is, the $5 challenge is when you get a $5 bill in your hand or in your pocket, you put it aside and save it to whatever it is that y'all want to do. So first off, for everyone who's going to Vegas, 2020, I can't wait to see you guys. So this is just not for everyone who's going to Vegas, but it's for everyone period who wants to save a little bit of money and do it in a way that's not really a burden to you. Um, so I will task everyone to start the $5 challenge, especially if you're going to Vegas. So that could just be some extra money you have in your pocket for Vegas when you actually do that. So that would be a good thing for there. That would be a good thing for that. If you want a little extra money, was not really having to wait to the last minute to save money. The $5 challenge would be a great thing for you to do. What's up, Sally Patches, baby? How you doing? Welcome. But my take on the $5 challenge is I am going to actually put aside $50 a week for my part time job because that's a job that I get cash in. Um, what's up, Francois, baby? How you doing? Sorry, I'm on my phone, so I'm kind of looking really hard to see what's going on. What's up, Tequila, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? So what I'm going to do for myself, although I have money to go to Vegas, well, it's not because everything's already paid for, whatever. So y'all know I like to shop. So opposed to shopping, this is my way of trying to cut back on shopping as well. Um, every week, because when I get off work, I normally go shopping. Every week, opposed to going shopping, I'm gonna put $50 aside for my trip to Vegas from now until Vegas. And I calculated if I do that every week from starting today, which I did today, I will have about $800 just regular money in my pocket to spend. So what I did personally was, got an envelope, wrote my goal, which is on top, which you see, it says Vegas 2020, the day's date, and the amount of money I put in. As y'all can see, $50 bill, put it inside of this envelope, and put this envelope in my drawer, and don't touch it. To me, that's a way for me to save just random money that I would have spent anyway today on whatever that I don't really need anyway because my sewing area, crafting area is already busting at the seams. I have to buy storage bins to put stuff in my storage bins to go into the garage. So I don't need anything else new pretty much. So what I'm doing is just that, doing that. What's up, Nixie Nick, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, but since that's just something that you can easy way to just save money. Like I started doing this like years ago anyway. I started off with $5. I started off with you know, then I went to $10, then I went up to $20, then I went up to whatever I could do. At this point in time, if I could save $200 a month just this way, just cash in hand, cash in pocket. That's $20 I didn't spend that month on whatever it is that I was going to spend it on. You know what I'm saying? Be it food that I don't really need, cause y'all know I can cook, or be it, you know what I'm saying, frivolous stuff that I don't really need, that all it's going to do is pretty much not be used and be, you know what I'm saying, collecting dust around my house. I gotta clean up on anyway, what's not, things like that. So I thought that would be a good way to also not only help everyone else, well, help myself was not, but also to help everyone else to accumulate a little bit of extra spending money to go to Vegas or for whatever trip or thing that you may want to do. Like, just say if you don't want to go to, just say if you're not going to Vegas, whatever, but you still want to save a little bit of money every once in a while. This is a good way to save money without actually, you know what I'm saying, thinking about it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just put aside a couple dollars every day or every week, and do that. Or if you don't do this, what's not? The $5 challenge also is a good way to do it as well. I have two $5 bills in my pocket as well right now. What's up, sexy Harlem baby? Um, I was gonna put that in here as well. So I was gonna do a combination of both. Um, Automatically do $50 and also do the $5 challenge as well, and simultaneously to see how much money I can accumulate for Vegas. Well, it's not 2020, but you know that is what it is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing $5 challenge yet, I know I'm definitely gonna do the save $50 part right there. You know, so I'm definitely gonna do that. So that's already started. That's my first installment right here of $5. I'm sorry, $50 to save money. What's up, Mia baby? How you doing, Mia? You know, baby, you are so talented, sweetheart, and creative. Keep up the good work. Um, yeah. So that's this part right here. So this is that part I'm gonna tell you guys about. Like I said, y'all can do this if you're going to Vegas or coming to Vegas, whatever. Do it for extra spending money for Vegas. You also could do it just for if you want to buy something for yourself. Just give yourself a timeline and a date was not. This is also be good for on like a vacation you want to take or a road trip or something like that, or a special purchase or a special dinner. Just treat yourself, and this is a good way for you to save money and not worry about it. And you don't have to do $50. You can do whatever it is that you can do in that moment. Like I said, you can do 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever you can do was not do it. Just put a little bit, put the same amount away every week, the same day of the week was not. So you have your mindset was not. I think Sean said something like this earlier, as well a couple weeks ago was not that he pays himself first. But this is I do that in the bank. But this is just easy money in hand that I do. That guys, that's one thing I want to talk to you guys about. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is about y'all know I'm a designer and I make my own patterns and stuff like that. So what? Um, No, like me, I since I work a part-time job on the weekends, that is a cash-based business basically. Because y'all know I work in a restaurant during the weekends, what's not. And this also I do that because I don't like to actually touch my real money. My real money that goes to bills and savings and IRAs and stuff like that. Well, that's what that real money is for. I work in a restaurant on the weekends because to me that's play money. That allows me to go shopping whenever I want to. That allows me to spend money however I want to. It's not cause if I can make, you know what I'm saying, $400 in 2 days on the weekend, why not do that? Was not, and I have that extra money was not to do with what I want. Gas money, lunch money for my real job was not being able to buy steak and shrimp whenever I want to, which is my favorite meal, as y'all know. Just be able to do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Be able to appreciate and deal with that if I want to. What's up, baby girl? Tour, baby, how you doing? Exactly. I was like, out of my, it's not in my pocket, so therefore I don't worry about spending it, whatever. So when I'm going out running errands or whatever, you know, I know I only spend money that I have in my pocket anyway. So if I don't have it in my pocket, I can't spend it. Just put aside for a good cause. I don't worry about it. Don't touch it. No, baby. I worked this morning though. I did work this morning. I did work this morning. What's up, Miss Leah, baby? How you doing? No, I know where it is. I mean, it's in my drawer by my bed, but it's not in my pocket, so I'm not spending it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good way to save money, among other ways to save money as well. But that's just one way that I use for like special occasions. Like I said, this is an envelope for Vegas 2020. So whatever money I accumulate here will be the money that I bring to Vegas, and then whatever money I have in my cards, well, it's not, will be um, done as well, brought as well. So that's that right there. Um, y'all know I make my own patterns stuff like that for when I'm designing stuff like that. So I have a whole bunch of patterns to transfer, but what I do is I put my patterns on envelopes. Y'all can see the quick sketches of what they are, the title of what they are right here, whatever. Just quick front and back sketches on the envelopes was not showing the different things that I'm doing. What I'm saying? What is this? Oh, these are pants and shorts pattern. I'm saying, with the pockets and the zippers and stuff like that as well. Darts like that. I'm saying? This is a multi um, pattern jacket, basically, and sleeves, front and back, stuff like that. So it's different things like that. Collars and waistbands, cuffs, pockets, stuff like that. You doing bio homework? You always study, baby. You was like me when I was in school. I'm saying? Different types of things that I can just see easily from the front of the envelope, so I can see what I want to make, and I can design it and work it out however I want to work it out and design it with. Some pockets have different styles of pockets. Well, that depends on the openings, different things, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Different dresses based on darts on the shoulders and things like that. Princess seams and things like that as well. Just very simple patterns that I do. Very quick sketches of what I'm going to do. And like I said, the title of it is also there as well. So what I do is, what I'm going to do right now, I'm have to transfer. All these patterns are in a size 8, 6'8". So I'm going to use my handy dandy pattern making book that I have in order for me to transfer and upsize this pattern. I know how to do it. It's just that I'm not quite sure if it's for every size. Is it a half an inch or is it a quarter of an inch? So I got to look that up as well to see what it is that I am going to actually do. So this is one of the guides that I use. And of course, in this book, oh, it's right here. Bam, 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 bam. Turn to the rest of the page. Matrix conversion table. No, don't need that. Okay, no, 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 don't need that, don't need that. Inches. So, this metric, I don't need metric. I don't need metric. What I do is, this book right here is for pattern makers. Well, it's not a pattern making. It pretty much shows you how to do everything in this book. And it just basically, if you I basically, what I do is I drape my patterns. Let me show you how these things look. You can kind of see what it is that I actually look at. And it gives you everything. Well, it's not, even if you want to do certain things. Like, for example, this right here is a pattern for a sleeve. This right here is a pattern for the bodice front with a dart hitting the apex. So if you just want to start sewing and know how to do this, this is what we start with. This is what I started with in school. And they give you different types of putting ways to put darts. You can put darts on the shoulders, darts on the waistline, darts underneath the arms, based on how you want the pattern and the stuff to look. Also shows you how to do skirts, stuff like that, front and back of the skirt. And these are just how the pattern is going to look when you do it. Like, I have what I use my patterns with. Let me hold on a second. Let me use my oak tag right quick. Let me reach. Whoa. Ouch. Almost put a bust my ass, y'all. Okay. What I have is oak tags. Oak tag is like a almost like a card stock type of paper that a lot of designers and stuff use in order for them to do their work. And this right here is an oak tag pattern for a Chanel jacket that I made. So basically, it shows you every little different thing. Actually, there's several things on here. We have one for a bustier. I told you I'll do bustiers and stuff as well. Just a basic bustier, but based on me knowing how to take this and make it into what I want it to be, you have the bustier. This right here is the side back. This right here is the side front. So it goes like this. So that is that first part of that bustier right here. What's up, Eddie Pillar, baby? How you doing? So this is right here is like that where that bustier comes in right here. That's the front half, and of course you, yeah. Now, hold on. Y'all let me read. Let me not tell y'all the wrong thing because I want to be wrong, 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 wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. Let me paste this together. Okay. Side front. Okay. 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 Now this is side back. Okay. That's center back. Okay. Made a mistake. Have to put it down like a puzzle. Like I said, just like a puzzle. This is the center front right here. That goes right here. And this is that part right here. But when you sew it together, it gives you that curve of the breast for women. That gives you that right there. So this is that front part right here. These two front pieces. This is the back, and that gives you like that curve around here, that side right there. And then this piece is the back that you put your zipper or your grommets to put your ties on, like that. What's up, Leandra's baby? How you doing? So this is just the oak tag that I use to make my pattern for my bustiers. But since I already pretty much know the pattern for a bustier, where I can make one, I can drape a bustier on my dress form. I can either play with this as much as I want to, it's not, or use it as much as I want to. Like for example, like y'all seen those like under boob type of bustiers. All I have to do to do that is cut like right here. Cut like right there to cut off like the boob part of it to give you that under boob type bustier to give you the structure of the waist and things of that nature, but still have like the boobs hanging out the actual bustier itself, but it will still lift up the boobs. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But you also can make a waist trainer out of this pattern as well, depending on what you're trying to do with the right fabric and the right materials, things like that. So this is just the bustier pattern right there, an old tag. I use this to make all of my other patterns and my other things like that. Now this, uh, okay, got a lot going on here. I gotta make sure my area is always clean when I'm doing this because I have so much happening. This was the pattern if you're making like smaller sizes, was not for like kids and stuff like that. These are just like this is a skirt with the two darts. This is a pattern for the back of the skirt. This is the pattern for the front of the skirt. I will use this and upsize it depending on how big the child is in order for me to get the measurements that I want to get done. But I use this pattern book to make these right here. Then we have the sleeve, of course, with the little dart on the and the elbow. Of course, we have the back of the bodice. We have the front. This is the side. This is the bodice as well, the front of the bodice. I said the side dart and the waist dart right here going up to the apex. Of course, children really don't have apexes, which is the nipple. We don't have nipples, but they don't have breasts, so it really doesn't matter. That's why it's kind of different than the adult size patterns. What you're trying to do for a child, things of that nature. So on this, and I keep them all on a pattern hook. This is a pattern hook. This right here is called a pattern hook. This is where you put all your patterns on, and your oak tags and stuff like that. Now this is the oak tag for a Chanel jacket, old Chanel style jacket that I'm doing. What's up, Shaquilla baby? How you doing? Thank you, sexy home. I appreciate it, sweetheart. Thank you so much. So that's that right there. But how I actually put these back on here so they won't get lost in misfigured and craziness like that. So there's three different type of designs on that one pattern hook. On this pattern hook right here, you see, it's just called a pattern hook, but you can hang your patterns on so it won't get messed up out of the way. You know, good night, baby girl. Hope you get your studying down and get some learning things in. Pass your tests because you're always taking tests too, baby. This right here, the first one. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, I probably won't be using this right here. I'll probably be using this alt tag for that. But let me show you how I mark my patterns. Because when I go take stuff to a seamstress or if I take stuff to a major manufacturer, this is good to be able not only to be able to design clothes and style clothes, but also be able to know what the markings are in your clothes that you design. You know what these alt tag stuff are for? And as you can see, this is this one. This is the back. Let's look at the front. This is a torso um, pattern that I can use to do lots of different things. Yes, girl. Good luck on your test, baby. But you always do that. You're smart. You're smart. You're smart as all get out. You can see, minus the hole for the powder hook, there's notches right here at the top. So when I was to draw this on pattern paper, I know to make sure I hit those notches right there. So I can, and then I hit this hole right here. Y'all see that little hole right there? This right here is the apex where the nipple is. You don't want anything to really go where the nipple is. You want to make sure you put it slightly above the nipple. So I'll put another hole right there so I know that's where the dart is. This is gonna be a big dart on this piece of fabric right here. But you also can do things without a dart. I'll show you that as well. This is the front. But also you can see all the markings that I have on here as far as the different things that I use. I have a marking for the waistline, which is right here, this little notch right here. I know that's the waistline, and there's a line going across it, so I know that all the notches needs to match up. There's a notch right here on the armhole, right here as well. This is the front. So when I put everything together with on my pattern paper, I know exactly what it is that I need to do, how everything is going to be connected, to make sure that everything is symmetrical and everything looks the way it's supposed to look. So that was the front. See, on the back, I mark it this exact same way. This is where the dart's going to be, right there. This is where the little hole right here, you can see the dart coming down. That little hole right there shows me exactly where it is that I'm going to put everything. And I put that hole there because you may not be able to see this through. I'm trying to pencil something I can see it with. You see how with the little hole, I can push a pencil that has a lead on it that won't act a fool on me. There's another tool. I can push a piece of lead or something right through that hole. You see the little hole right there? You see how you can kind of see through it? And right there is blocked up. So I put a little hole through there so I can actually see. Y'all see that? Probably not. But I put a hole through there so I know exactly how far my dart needs to go down. It's normally about 3 inches in the back and about 5 inches in the front, or 6 inches, 8 inches in the front, 3 in the back, depends on how much you want the dart to be. But also you see all the little other markings I have on here. Same thing with the waistline mark. So I know that this line on the back must match that line on the front. You see that? How it matches up? Come on now. Stop playing with me, y'all. Matches with the front, so it's going to match with the back as well. What's up, just keeping it real, baby? How you doing? What's up, Miss Deanna Irvin, baby? How you doing? So you see how those two notches match up. So I know that if I was to sew this right here the way it is, that would match up. Same thing, I will have to match up these armholes as well. Right there. See how that matches up? So all these markings on these patterns is used in order for your clothes to come out symmetrical and to come out properly. When you have properly made garments, you want to make sure that your patterns are marked properly so you know exactly what it is that you're doing. You want to know exactly that what you're doing is going to be symmetrical. The lines are going to be correct. The lines are going to be straight. The seams are going to be straight. You're going to make sure that everything that you're doing is symmetrical. Everything that you're doing is based on the patterns that you use, or if you're going to drape something on a dress form, you want to make sure that everything lines up the way it needs to line up. You don't want things to just be all wanky, wonky, slide to the left, slide to the right, not really doing anything to make it make sense. What's up, Boom Shop? Boom Shop? Boom. Boom. Cha, how you doing, baby? Welcome. So this is what I'm working on right now. I think I'm gonna use this right here. Put this aside. I'm gonna use this to show you guys also how to. This is a size 6'8" dress form pattern, what's not, and of course it's half. Y'all see the words CB right? The letter CB right here. That means center back. This is where your spine, the middle of your spine would be. This is one. This is one half of the fabric. The other half, you put everything on a bias. So, well, you put the fabric on a fold, and you put this at the crease of the fold, and you just go from there. Make sure that everything is everything. So I'm gonna use this right here to make. It has a little bit of curve in it, as you can see. I'm gonna make it straight, so it can be actually what it is and what's going on with it. But that's just a torso. A torso is the from it just goes down right below the hip. That's what the torso pattern is. But of course, on this pattern hook, we have oh, it's too much going on, y'all. Too much going on. We have the sleeves, of course. You know what I'm saying? For the garments as well. The sleeves, depending on the armholes and depending on the size of the arm of the sleeve, you still got the same markings and stuff. Still got the same markings for the sleeves and things like that. Still got the same markings, but you want to make sure that everything is everything with that. So this is just a pattern for a sleeve. I'm gonna use that as well. And how big and wide the sleeves is depending on what it is that you're using things for. Of course, you know what I'm saying, there are other things that show you this is more of a tapered back of a bodice without any type of notches and stuff on, because right now I already know what they are, but use the notches initially in order for you to guide yourself through stuff. And you always want to mark your patterns of what they are and the size and stuff. And then it says cut one. What it says? Yes, cut one on center fold, which means that you want to cut one piece of fabric on the fold. Once you fold that fabric up, you want to put this middle down here on the fabric and just cut one piece. You don't want to cut two pieces unless you're doing not only the outer layer of the garment, but also if you're going to do a lining for it as well. So if you're gonna do a jacket or something like that, you want to make sure that you also cut a piece for the lining and stuff as well. So let's say that's the what was this? That's the front bodice. Then you see, before I became professional and started using actual punches, I used to just stab holes in my patterns. You know, this is the center back. So you want to make sure that these things match up with all these little holes, like these two holes right here, matches up with the hole right here on this pattern. And that's why you mark this properly, because you want to make sure that when you put that sleeve into that back, that matches up. You see how that matches up perfectly? So if I know based on these markings right here, these little notches, that if I was to use this back and this front, it would match up perfectly to the back of that sleeve. But also, this is the front. And you see the front has three notches right there. The front of that sleeve has three notches as well, right there, as you can see. So what you do is, when you just, I know it doesn't look like it matches up right now, but when you put that together like that, that's why you do the notches. So you know that those things, if it was off like this or you really couldn't see through it, it was all wrong. You see that if you put these together properly, this is where, you know what I'm saying, you know that this sleeve is going to work perfectly with this and this. These three pieces are going to work perfectly together to make a shirt, to make a jacket, to make a t-shirt, or to make whatever it is that you're going to make with that. You know that because everything matches up properly. That's that right there. This is called alt tag. Alt tag paper was not, and this is what you use to make your master pattern with. And from your master patterns is where you actually do all of your configuring and retworking and reworking of your fabrics, so you can come up with different designs. That's what y'all know. I always say, you know, what I'm saying, always do basic patterns first, and how I choose to freak it up or funk it up or not is based on what I want to do. Like I can cut this in 18 different ways once I put it on pattern paper and just mark each piece either by numbers and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how I know everything's gonna go. Like if I cut it like 18 different ways like this, if I just mark it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I know when I sew it together, I can actually use different fabric or different colors, and I can actually make it a basic front or basic back was not into a very intricate, very different pattern. Even if I like want to like diamond cut it was not. As long as I remember how I did it, what I would personally do personally is I would draw a little sketch on a side piece of paper was not, and however I cut this up, I will draw that as well and just number the pieces of paper so I know that each piece on the piece of paper that's on here right here will coincide with what the actual pieces are on the actual pattern so I can know what's going on. It's really easy to come up with creative ways to design stuff and intricate ways. That's why I always say if I get someone who also designs my patterns, my fabric was not, you still can do what I do because how I think, whatever, is not how the normal person thinks. I don't think of things as, you know, what the hell? I don't think how people think was not. I think very differently. I think out of the box when I'm designing stuff was not. This is more for a bodycon skirt. This is the back of it right here. You see the back. This is the back, and you see that big, that that how that waist goes in like this, and then the hip comes out and it comes down. But you can really see the difference. Sorry about that. You can really see the difference in the that's the back, the front. You see how that dip in that waist is really severe, and it kind of tapers down to the bottom. So it's really dip type skirt or dress. If I wanted to put a body kind of look on someone, I would use these type of patterns that could actually give me that exaggerated smallness, and then that kind of like that see, you have to see it, like that smallness of the waist, and then give me that hips like that. So that's really good for people who have a little larger hip, or if someone wants something bodycon. You gotta be careful with that. You can do bodycon not only with stretchy fabric was not. It's best if you do a stretchy fabric, so you can always go one size down or two sizes down when using stretchy fabric. So like this would be good if I want. This is a size 8, and I say 6'8", but you know depends on the shape of your body. You know everyone's not shaped the same, but you can go up to probably a size 12 with this pattern here if you use the right type of fabric that has some stretch to it. And it'll be really, really nice and really, really body conscious. Well, it's not. And you can just easily make someone smaller than what they actually are with these type of patterns right here. But, like I said, I have stuff. Caught it, y'all. Caught it. I also have stuff. When you start just punching holes and stuff without using the proper tools, you have rough work. So I said the first two you saw, the tops, were with darts and all that stuff in it. Now these are things that have darts. Some may have darts, some may not have darts. Like this back don't have a dart on it. It don't have a dart anywhere. Don't have a dart on the shoulder. Don't have a dart at the waist. Then we have the one that has a dart at the waist. And you allow this part right here, this little corner. So when you fold that to hide that dart, or even to have that dart exposed, the dart right here exposed, you actually have that excess fabric that it won't bunch up and make everything else get off kilter. That's why you have the little excess parts right there on your master patterns. Like even right here, instead for the shoulder dart. Like I said, you can either have stuff with darts in it or not without darts in it, whatever. Depends on what you want to do. And I also have patterns for pants. Oh, this is a skirt still. This is a skirt. But you can use, I think I have, what I have. But like this is a longer skirt right here. But as you can see, you still see those notches I have. So I know this is like a hip notch. And right before the hip notch was just a basic skirt pattern. Inside right here, you know exactly, this is the back. So you know exactly where those notches needs to fit. If you want to add a zipper to the back of the skirt, so that's here, I put it down here so I can match it down here. So you can add a zipper to this skirt. And of course, you always cut if you're going to add a seam to something. If you do it, you know, just right here, you cut two pieces on it. If you don't want it seam, and you just want it to pull up on you, you just cut it on the fold. A little bit of pattern making. I know I'm going to do all this pattern making while it's not talk whatever. Oh, but I'm excited. That was the back. I'm excited to show you the pants pattern actually, and that's going to be up next in 1 second. And you can use the pants pattern to make pants, shorts, jumpers, rompers, anything like that. It's very easy to do. But this is the front of the skirt right here. You can see where where I had that hip notch right here on the back. Same hip notch on the front. So when you put these together and sew it, you see how both of these things match up. So both of those match up. That matches up right there. And that matches up right there. So I know that when I sew these two things together, y'all see how both of those match up? Come on now. Ugh. There we go. So you see when I put those things together, what's not? Damn it, y'all know what I'm trying to say. It matches up. It matches up. That's just too big, too cumbersome to be playing with and working with right now. Put that in the back. Now I'm excited about these pants. These pants patterns is really, really cool. Once I learned how to do pants, I had to make sure I had a pattern for it. So this is the pants pattern right here. This is, let me see what this is. This is the back of a trouser for women, of course. You see the darts right there. And you see, this is where the hip is, the hip line. This is the crotch line. You have the knee right here. This is the inner seam for the pants. This is the outer seam for the pants, where it's not. And with these pants patterns, that you can taper them to make a cigarette pant to make it nice and lean. I put through here, just bring it in a slight angle, depends on how wide you want it to be. Trousers a little bit longer, wide or whatever. So this would be the front. And when I do a trouser, what I always try to do is I try to, you see the center line down here? I try to fold the fabric down here so I can put a permanent center crease in it by sewing a permanent crease in these pants. So this is right here, it's fine. I think for a pants pattern, a lot of people don't understand this is how pants patterns look. They're kind of long, so you really can't see. But this is the space for the booty. This is the back of the pattern right here. This is the front. This is the front right here. Same exact way. See all the markings. These are the darts right here for the front. This is the center seam. If I was going to put a center permanent seam in there, this is the hip line right there. You see the hip line right there. You see the crotch line right there, and you see the knee right there. The fabric, the direction of the grain of the fabric should be pointing up and down. The arrows up and down, you know. And basically, this is the outer seam of the pants right here. So this right here is one pant, one leg of a pant. And this is how it would look. You know what I'm saying? If you have two pieces of fabric, this is how it would look. You know, that what that is. You know what I'm saying? Very simple pattern making was not. This is a very simple pattern making was not really going in depth. And of course, I have, you know, I did something to where it was all a more slim fit pant. So you can see a little bit more slim fit. I can tell the difference. You can tell the difference. This is a little bit more slim fit. You know what I'm saying? You see how this is the front of the pant right here? All the markings stuff, the dark stuff is all the same. This is two darts. So this is two darts. You see the two darts right here. Two darts. This is one dart. And you see the dart a little bit bigger as well on the one dart than it is on the two darts. A little bit slimmer, a little bit bigger dart right here than it is on the two darts. But then with that, you see how everything else matches up. You know what I'm saying? The crotch matches up. Line pretty much matches up as well. You can see not the inside right here, but the hip itself pretty much matches up. Stick it in a little bit more on both sides. I'm trying to catch it anyway, so y'all actually can see that. It's really interesting how things work like that. You know, to the front and back of that. But that's that, you guys. That is what it is, and that's what I'm working on tonight. Since I'm working on tonight, I'm working on just making sure that I'm making sense. Like when people always ask me, do I make clothes for full figure women? I can. You know what I'm saying? I do. But when I'm making stuff for photos and stuff like that, I just use the patterns that I have. I don't try to do a lot of manipulating the patterns as far as making them bigger or smaller. But when I was saying that you can play with these patterns was not right here shows you how you can cut up and through right here to basically change the look of the clothes. You know what I'm saying? Of the garment that you're making. You don't always have to stick to whatever it is. You can manipulate the pattern itself to make it to be whatever it is that you want it to be. Basically. Yes, Miss Patricia Cunningham. Yes, I'm making some stuff, baby. I'm making some stuff. I'm making some stuff. No problem, sweetie pie. Did you eat? Did you eat? Eat. I told you, honey, come knocking on your door. This book is actually broken down to different sections. Like, yes, good, good, good. It shows you like this is like dresses and rompers and stuff like that, and it shows you how to actually use things to make a dress and a romper and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Different types of things. Not only it's for kids, it's for all kind of stuff like that. If you want like a flare in your clothes, you can do it several different ways. You can do actual like a circle skirt, but you also can like cut and slash, is what we call it, and things to give things a little flair and little flounces and things like that. Like, and you can do it multiple different ways, whatever. Like you can like for example, like if you want like a top that actually is like tight up top and then flares at the bottom, you just cut the bottom was not, hold them out, trace that, or just hold them out was not on a tracing paper or whatever, and then you do everything else. So it's really really cool. Like it's really that's why I kind of like designing was not. So trying to make swimsuits and stuff like that. Okay, that's cute. I see you. I see you. I see you. All kinds of like got side. Okay, for got side. I see you, boo. Cute. See, and I only use this book to actually do. You know what I'm saying? Because like, and thing is, a lot of stuff I really don't use this book for, but because I already know how to do it and I know how to manipulate things to get the end result that I need in it, whatever. But like, it's really good if you're trying to start pattern making, if you want to start, you know what I'm saying, sewing things like that, and if you have not been to a class, or this is a good way to get started, so when you go to a class, you have some type of idea of what's going on, so the language really doesn't seem so foreign to you. To be honest, collars and lapels. She shows you everything. Shows you how to do different collars, different lapels, all kind of stuff. Craziness. It's really, really interesting. And there's one thing, like different styles of collars and lapels and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. For jackets and stuff, you know, really cool. And that's the difference between actually being someone who actually, you know what I'm saying, is actually a designer and someone who actually sews. And it's a huge difference was not. And that one is better than the other. But being a designer, you pretty much are someone who actually, I'm getting all the time coming to the different things that I want to do. That I could do, I should say. But being an actual designer, you actually use your knowledge of what it is with the actual technical aspect of what it is you want it to be. So it's really, really fun. Really, really fun. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the right information when I'm saying, um, as far as fitting stuff. Well, it's not. I have several books like this, but this is the best one that I have. I like this one a lot. And I just use it basically to, you know what I'm saying, along with my other patterns. Like that. Majority all the patterns that I have that I made myself started off with the patterns with the old tag that I showed you. That's how it starts off. something like that, whatever, and I manipulate them to give me what I want. Be it a halter top of neck, be it if I want to come on in a bit more, like a tank top type of look. It depends on how I want the shoulder straps to look, things like that. You want to make sure that you're always looking for what it is that you want. Not sleeves, no, not pattern, no. Add fullness, guilt, things, design darts, no, 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 no. Just looking through the table of context. Y'all remember how we used to do this stuff back in the days? Have to look at the content page and the table of context and the apex stuff like that to find out what you're looking for, opposed to just putting stuff in the computer to find out what's going on. I could easily go online and say, how do I upsize a pattern from a size that is like that? So I can easily do that once that. But it's fun to learn. It's fun to look at stuff that you. I did kimonos already. Yep. Drop shoulder. Okay. Extravagant armholes. Okay. Exaggerated, not extravagant. Plackets and pockets. No. Bodysuit leotards, mullets, and swimwear. Mm. So let's go in the back. Let's start at page 777. We're just there, but let's do it again. Thank you so much, Sweetie Pie. I mean, like I said, sooner or later, the world's gonna know my name regardless. So if people want to dox, go ahead and dox, baby. All you're gonna do is embarrass yourself. All you're gonna do is embarrass yourself. Because I don't know anyone on this thing well enough for me to have to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what the lies are about. You know what I'm saying? When people lie, I don't get all that. You know, if I can choose. Actually, no, that's not what I want. So if I 16, actually, I don't care about that. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that. I'm not looking for that. You know, a lot of people are going live right now. I definitely understand. I get it. A lot of people are going live. Going live. I think when I'm to upsize something, I have to for every size. I know women's sizes goes from doesn't what I'm saying. Uh, I think it's a half an inch or a quarter of an inch for every size to upsize it. So if and then how you and so I'll just tell you how to upsize something. So let's take the back of this pattern right here, the old tag pattern. To upsize it, you want to add whatever size. Just say this is a size 6'8", right here. Let's just say it's an 8 to be on 6 to be safe. If you want to upsize it to a size 12, you have to add. See, that's what gets tricky because you don't want to add too much and it's too big, but you want to add enough to where it's not too small either. So that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it's a quarter of an inch or a half an inch. I'll solidify before I do it, but you want to add that amount of measurement around the entire thing. So, for example, I got my tracing paper here as well. So I want to do all this online for you guys, but I'm not quite sure exactly what the measurements are. I may have to look that up online because this book's not really showing me. It's showing me in metric, not in inches, or it's showing me in the British stuff. And I don't and I don't know if it's either like I said, I don't know if it's either sorry y'all, all this noise. I don't know if it's like I said a quarter of an inch or a half an inch. I'm not quite sure, so I have to look it up and find out to be sure. This is just some regular butcher paper because it's easier to buy butcher paper for me and cheaper as well. Because y'all know, although I like shopping, I like to ball on a budget. I don't like to spend a lot of money with life. I don't have to when I can make things work the way it works. So, got a stain. These are my patterns. These are the patterns that I made based on the old tag that I'm using. Um, my water cup right here. It's all about that base. About that base. No trouble. So, for example, I'm going the long way. I'm going this way. What's that way? It's called the horizontal way instead of the vertical way because I can easily. I really can't show you guys, but I can. Hey y'all, look what I'm doing right here. Y'all see that? Right here. Y'all see that right there? If I was just going to make a pattern off of this right here, this paper, if I was going to make a pattern off of this right here, what I would do is just trace this basically the way it is right there. But if I'm going to add, just say this is a size 6/8, if I'm going to add it up to like a size 14, 16, that means that I will have to add, let's say it's a half an inch. That goes up 8 sizes. So I will have to add, no, it's a quarter. So I caught myself. It is actually a quarter of an inch. So that's I will have to add 2 inches. Get my material now. Get my material now. All over the place right here. So I will have to get. The hell is this? Oh, I will have to take my measuring tape and basically go around 2 inches around this entire garment. Not on the centerfold though, but just on the entire garment based on the armholes, the shoulders, the everything. I will have to go around 2 inches around this whole thing and cut that pattern from there. And that will be a size 14. Did that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, y'all put one in the chat. If I'm confusing you, just let me know if I'm confusing you. If you get what I'm saying, please put one in here so I can make sure I know I'm explaining it right. Because you know there's somebody who's trying to check me, so that I don't get motherfucking checked on my channel. Yeah, I do. So y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all get it? Are y'all just watching me and not go to respond to my brother? One. Thank you, Ursula, baby. I thought I was talking to the air right now. Yeah. So that's how you upside was not. And like I said, don't quote me because I'm gonna come back and let you guys know the real thing. Oh, we're listening while cleaning. Okay. Okay, you don't get it, Miss Cunningham? Okay. Like just say when you have just say if I was to send one of my patterns over to a major manufacturer for them to mass produce it. And I say I'm going from sizes 0 to size 22. And I give them a basic standard size 8 pattern. 1820, I will have to add 2.5 inches all around. If we're saying that it is going to be a quarter of an inch per size. So for every size you have that you go up, you have to add a quarter of an inch around the entire garment except for the center fold or the center fold. If you want to go down, just say someone is a size 0, you have to take away 2 inches around all sides. So then you have to go in. So in order for do this again, y'all. So I would have to add. Where's my trusty thing? I would have to add tape measure. I would have to add. Let's see what y'all can see. Y'all see this? I would have to add this much around all sides of this pattern in order for me to fit
a size 16 says 18, 18, 20. I will have to add this much on the pattern that I make for the 1820 in order for me to actually have this fit you properly. If I was to go in to a size 0, that means that I will have to go in on the pattern this much right here. So the pattern would start right here, not right here. So to go downside, I'll have to go in, whatever the size is. This is standard size 8. For the other side, I will have to go, the pattern will actually start right here. That make more sense? Kind of get it now? Uh, Not really. You said you just had it, Ursula. Okay. In let's whole different topic now. Well, same topic but whole different direction. Okay. Okay. I'm going in part. Okay. 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 Let me try to make this what it is. Okay. In order for, like I said, this is a standard size 8 pattern. So if someone is a size 8 or 6, they can wear this pretty well without anything going on. Right, follow the tape all the way around. So this right here, this is a size standard size 8. So if I was to go up to a size like Miss Patricia asked, a size 18, 20, what I would have to do is from this edge right here, I will go out how many inches? It would be 2.5 inches. I have to go out if we're going to say that the pattern is. I'm thinking. If we say the pattern is going to be a size 18, 20, you have to go out 2.5 inches all the way around the circumference of the pattern itself, except for the center fold. We're just this area right here is the fold. This is where you're going to cut on the fold at. If you don't want to seam, you have to go outwards 2.5 inches all the way around the pattern in order for it to fit that size person all the way around. Sorry, all the way around. From the neckline, you have to go. It'd be like this. So the pattern will have to be bigger. It will be bigger. The pattern will be bigger. The pattern will be bigger. Follow my finger. That's where the pattern would start. If you was to go in, just say to a size 0, you have to go in. So the pattern would be like this. You know what? I got you, baby. I got you. You're gonna get this before this night is over, Ursula Kelly, baby. You're gonna see that? You're gonna get this before this night is over. Watch this. Where is my paper? My trusty, busty paper. One second. Oh snap! I almost tripped my ass again. Voila! I got paper to draw it so y'all can see. In case you don't understand the big thing, we're going to do small little paper. And trusty rusty pencil. Can y'all see me? Bam. Do that. Okay. So that was the torso. So quick sketch of a torso. Let's say this is a standard size 8. Now this is quick now. Don't judge me on my drawings now. Don't try to act like this is the professional situation. This is just a quick situation. Okay. Let's erase this line here because I messed up right there. So you see this? You ain't gonna show what was the marker. Shit. marker so y'all can see it. Okay. Do some erasing right quick because I don't want y'all to be confused from the very beginning, from the very jump. And I apologize if you got confused already. Please forgive me. That's not my intentions to confuse anyone. Okay. Yeah, my place to try to confuse people. So do you see the standard size right here? Now this is standard size 8. Say it is. If I want to go out, I will have to go out. And I'm going to do that in a dot line, in a dotted line. In a dotted line. This is the dotted line. This is me. So let's say I want to go from a size 8. If I'm going to go to from a size 8 to a size, you know what I'm saying, 18, 20. And we're going to say that, size 8, S8 to a S20. You have to go up 2.5 inches. Inches. If we're saying that each size is go up a 1/4 inch. So you see the dotted line? See the dotted line? That's how the pattern would look if I'm going up in sizes. Now, if I'm going down, I'll go inside of the solid line. Saying I'm going to use the dotted line again. No, actually, I'm going to use a slash line so y'all don't get confused. Okay. So this is the dots, and we're going to go up. This is ha! Using math skills on a Sunday. I wasn't expecting all that, y'all. I wasn't expecting to do all this. And go down. Using greater than, less than signs and everything. And you go in, go out, go out, go in. So you see the line in the solid line is the size 8. The line inside is the size 0. And the line outside is the size 18, 20. Well, it's not. So if you're going to have a standard size 8, which is a solid line, that's what the pattern will look like. If you're going to have a smaller size, the pattern will look like the slash lines inside. If you have a larger pattern than a size 8, it's going to look like the dotted line on the outside. Y'all see how I said um, size 8 to a to a larger size, so to size 20, it will equal going out. You know what I'm saying? 2.5 inches. But if you're going to have a size 8 going to a size 0, it's going to have to go in 2.5 inches. Makes a little bit more sense? Ursula, you got it, baby? Okay. I try to be. I try to be. Yeah. So it's just, I mean, it's just that how you can go up and down with sizing different patterns and stuff like that, depending on what you're making for people. And some people just can only like me. My sample clothes all are with the patterns that I have, but I can always go up or go down based on the measurements of someone's body as well. Also, I can do specific patterns based on the person that is asking me to do something was not based on their body shape and body structure as well. If you're taller, so you make these a little longer, was not you start to tape a little bit longer, was not, and also it's always like me. I don't like making pants for people or shorts or jumpers like that for people that I haven't measured personally myself because it's hard to get that bend where the knee is because that's when you want to like or where the hip ends because you want to see that's when you want to start the pattern going in. So it'll give you that nice tapered look and a nice tapered fit unless you're going for the whole bell bottom or wide leg type trouser look. But if you are just someone that want like a nice dress or something like that, I can easily do that because it's easy to make a dress and then do that. um, Probably not. But you made one. Did you have fun doing it? And the fact that like when you can see like when you can see fabric and stuff. Like I showed you guys this before. Shit. No, don't fall. Fuck it. I can't lift it. I'm gonna switch my angle so I can get a nice little grip on all this stuff so it won't fall over the place. Uh, like when I saw this fabric, whatever, I saw this fabric was not. So I said I'm making myself some shorts. So these are the shorts that I made for myself. You know what I'm saying? I also made myself a shirt that I didn't finish yet. But you see, there's belt loops in these shorts. There's belt loops in it. There's the waistband in it. There's the zipper. You know, there's a zipper. You know what I'm saying? In these shorts. You know, there's pockets in these shorts. You know, there's pockets in these shorts. You know, so I make men as well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm mostly making for myself and my husband. You know, like loungewear stuff like that, little couch stuff like that. But I'm going. I said, I made an outfit for a dinner I had with a friend for his birthday. I told you all that already as well. But you know, like that. You know, I could add pockets to the back if I want to. Was not really easy. I can do it now, but I would normally have done it. But also, y'all want to see the inside of the quality of work that I do. I don't do just sloppy, raggedy work. Was not. You know what I'm saying? You can see the quality of the work that I do. You know what I'm saying? The pockets are finished properly. They're serged and sewn together properly. The inside of the zipper is done properly. The crotch is done properly. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that. Thank you, VS Crescent Chicken Baby. What's up, Ray Allen Baby? How you doing? So you want to? I'm like, this is what I do. Like, this is the quality of work that I do. Like, nothing I do from anything is raggedy. I don't do raggedy stuff. Because what I charge for my stuff, I want you to feel like it's worth the money because it is. Because I put my time and effort into it. You know what I'm saying? You see the seams. You see how everything is done properly. Was not. You know what I'm saying? Everything is finished properly and nicely. There's no raggedy pieces hanging off anywhere. You know, there's no raggedy pieces hanging off anywhere. What's not. Also, Always add a little something different. This is the pocket right here. See, most people wouldn't care about how the pocket looks. What I do, because when you're buying something what's not, you want quality, you want to make sure that everything's done right. But guess what? I always add a little bit of extra something to all of my stuff. Nothing will ever be just the same. Be it I would change the threading so it'll be a different color, or I change the serge on it. This is called a serge stitch right here. It's basically how you finish up your clothes into a nice clean situation. But look at the different pattern, the different fabric right here. This is like a stripe fabric, so it gives you a little something different. You know what I'm saying? Although you won't be able to see that on the outside of the pocket, you'll see it when you open up the inside of the pocket right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about quality, making sure that everything is done in a nice, clean way. I'm not sure how other people do their stuff or how other people get their stuff done, how other people create their garments and things like that. I know how I like things done, and I know what I pay for when I do go buy stuff, and when I do pay people for work. I want to make sure that it's quality. So when I'm charging people for something, or I'm making something for somebody else, not, I want to make sure they understand that I put my effort, I put my hard work into it, I put my time into it to make sure that it's finished properly, to make sure that it's quality work. It's not just some junk that I threw together in the middle of the night somewhere. It's actually a thought process that goes behind everything that I do. So that's why a lot of stuff takes a little longer than what I want it to, based on my work schedule, things like that, and how I actually do stuff. Next thing I did, yeah, you have to think like that. Once, like, you have to constantly think about, what I'm saying, the end result, the outcome. See, what's that? I put it up already. There was a collection I was gonna make if I made it to Project Runway. Well, it was gonna inspire the collection I was gonna make for Project Runway if I would have made it to the show. Um, this past time, it was called Dark Spring, and it was with like blacks and yellows and golds and greens, but majority black. It would have been like a take. It would have been a take on spring, but done in black instead of all those bright like whites and florals and stuff. It was like a black. It was really hot. I pulled all the fabric out, was not, to actually look at it to make sure that it all works together, and it did. And I always keep all my scraps of fabric because you never know what you're gonna use it with. You know what I'm saying? Can you see me through this? Yep. So yeah, you know, I just like to have fun with playing with my fabric. Well, that's why I like coming down to my little space, because even when all this mess is going on YouTube, what's not, I try to always add something different. You know what I'm saying, and not be involved in the mess too much, because makes it ridiculous anyway, baby. You don't want to walk around in something that looks like trash. If I can find the thing, if I can find it, it's not far away from me. It's not far away. But I used to have it right here, right, because I was gonna work on it in a second. But then I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do that right now. So let me put that down because I have to make room for everything else. And that's how I do. Like that's why I said I need a bigger crafting sewing arts area, because every time I work on one thing, like if I'm working on the mask, I can't work on sewing. If I'm working on sewing, I can't work on the mask. If I'm working on painting, I can't work on anything else but painting, because I don't want anything else to get messed up. So every time I work on one different thing, I always put up everything else, so it won't get in my way. That was just me being a little messy. Sometimes you'll be a little messy every once in a while. It's okay. It's okay. But like I said, that's all clean, good shade. Ooh, no. See, that's how you can tell what quality is. Because the inside must look as good as the outside. I showed y'all the jacket I made, right? The denim jacket. Y'all remember the denim? Let me get that right here. That's out here. One second, one second, one second, one second. Ugh.
took it away. This Christmas, I give you my heart. See, I remember this jacket right. This is just a basic old jacket, a patchwork. All the patchwork pattern that I used, I showed you all the pattern I did. This is what the jacket was made from. So the roll looks good on the outside, looks really good, really clean. But this inside, look at the inside. How all the seams come together. You see how everything, like all the other seams stuff come together and how clean it is? Ugh. Yeah, how clean this jacket is on the inside. You want it to be just as clean on the inside as it is on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Around the neck and everything. And if I was to put a different zipper on this jacket, it would be a reversible jacket. You know what I'm saying? So, one second, yeah. Yesterday when he came home, he ran up the stairs because I forgot to turn the light. Y'all know how to turn the light when he comes home. Yeah. Hey, baby boy. How was your day? Cool. What'd you eat today? Eat. What you said, eat? Ugh. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, not really sorry. But it's what it is. Yeah. So you want to make sure that your stuff look as. Thank you, Miss Cunningham, baby. You want to make sure that your stuff look as good on the outside as on the inside. And I understand was that sometimes people would throw what I like to do is I like to deconstruct stuff, especially stuff that I um, buy. I kind of like to take out the lining and stuff to look at and see how it's done underneath that lining and just see if it's worth what I pay for it. Because sometimes people just throw anything together was not, and then you can tell by taking off the lining of it and or looking beneath the lining and seeing how much quality it actually is and see if it's worth what you actually pay for. It's never really fun to feel like you've been caught slipping and someone took advantage of you and took your money on something that is not done well. And if someone's still learning, because that's like in school, when I was in school learning all this stuff, people was making something and then they were trying to sell it. And I look at them like, what are you doing? They look like crap. I wouldn't buy that from you. I don't care if you learn it or not. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna spend my money with you or not, I want to make sure that I spend my money doing something that I like to do, or something that I feel like what I'm saying is done properly. I'm not gonna spend money on something what's not that looks like what I'm saying you're a student. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm that type of person. I'm not trying to sit here and spend hard on money on something that you're playing with or you're not really putting your best into. And the fact if you are just trying to sell some crap because you want to make a little bit couple dollars was not no, not my hard on god darn money in the word of Funky Dineva. See, a Nixie Nick, baby thing is that's what it is. You don't have to always do the actual sewing aspect of that. People who draft patterns make real big money. Well, it's not. You know what I'm saying? And good money, whatever. And that's an integral part of the design process. Being able to actually help someone vision gets put into a pattern so they can actually be able to mass produce it. And that's a big part of the mass production process. You know that. That's a big part of the mass production process because you want to be able to actually. Ooh, who this? Y'all know every time I say a nice little body. Oh, that's still. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I got distracted. So, speaking of being distracted, my husband's so silly.
The best bodies out there in the sports arena is the rugby players. Those men in rugby. Oh shit, he's gay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so distracted. Exactly, it is a foundation of design. Y'all know that new wrestling AEW? I don't watch it, but they were showing people that was actually. I was focused, Nixie. I was focused on them bodies, baby, on them bodies. Y'all know I get distracted when I see beauty. Anyway, and those are beautiful men and women. I'm like, damn, they did what they doing. Anyway, so quick story about the bodies and whatnot. I talked to my husband because one day I was watching rugby, and so that night I was like, man, you know these rugby players because when he turned on the TV it was on some kind of sports thing, and I guess rugby was on again. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, baby, you know them bodies are ridiculous. Them men are fine as hell. I was like, do they have gay rugby teams? He was like, okay, I'm signing us up for a rugby team. I'm like, don't do that, don't do that. He was like, well, they won't look like the old men right there. Look, he he was like, because they're probably fat out of shape. I'm like, no, if you play rugby, your body's gonna be nice, and you're gonna be big anyway. You know, I'm 6'3", he's 6'2", so they're gonna be about our size anyway. Probably a bit bigger was not a little bit smaller, was not and bigger was not bigger. You know what I'm saying? But it's like them rugby men have some bodies on them, and they fine as hell. They fine as hell. They fine as hell. Anyways, but so pattern making and design. Being able to do pattern making was not is a very integral part of the design process, whatever. And when you know how to do everything, like you know how to drape, you know how to pattern make, you know how to sew, you know how to design, you know how to construct, you know how to deconstruct, you know what things are called and how things go together, whatever, is what makes someone valuable. You know, and that's why I don't rush into doing anything because someone um, at my full time job was like, oh well, since you have all these talents, was like, what are you doing here? I had to tell them I like 401k. I like having a solid paycheck. I like being able to have medical insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance, insurance in general was not so if something happens was not I'm covered. And at this point in time right now, I'm not able to solely have all those things based on my talents. But that doesn't take away from me still striving and thriving and pursuing what I need to pursue in order for me to get where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind not I don't mind knowing that I'm talented and I know that I'm going to be there one day. But right now, I'm still need to pay my bills and still be able to live a lifestyle that I want to live comfortably without worrying about things that I don't have to worry about at this present time. And if I have to work a full-time job and I choose to work a part-time job and another part-time job was that to make sure that I have everything that I need in order for me to follow my passion, my dreams, and still save money and do everything I need to do was not, I don't mind doing that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I can, because I like sewing, but if I can just do all the other things but the sewing aspect of it was not and solidify that point as far as everything else, I'll do that besides sewing you know what I'm saying, day long. Because sewing, while it's fun and it's fun to see something go from basic fabric into, you know what I'm saying, a creation that you thought of was not is rewarding, you still want to make sure that you get your bills paid, and you still want to make sure that you are able to take care of yourself while it's not in a comfortable way, to where you're not, you know, what I'm saying, depending on anyone else for anything. You know what I'm saying? Because how much as shit as I talk and my personality was not, how would it look if I was on here begging for money? You know what I'm saying? And giving you nothing in the process. What do I look like being on here for hours on end every day, all day long was not, but yet not really doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Really not really saying anything. It doesn't make sense. It's not something that I hate really frivolous conversations. I really hate frivolous wasting my time doing something that makes no sense because it really not gonna change. Because being on here talking about the nonsense every day, all day long, isn't gonna change the fact that people still gonna do what they're gonna do. I don't like doxing. People still gonna dox. I don't think it's necessary for you to look up people's information. Was not people still gonna do that, whatever. So for me to be on here and talk about that all day long, all the time, was not. It's not gonna change anything. All I can do is change what I do, change what I say, change how I do it, and change how I say it. You know what I'm saying? Lead by example. I can't expect people to, you know what I'm saying, follow my lead if I'm still doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. I can't expect people to, you know what I'm saying, know that I do something different when all I'm doing is what everyone else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Can I do that? Yeah. Can I sit here and talk mess? Well, it's not. Y'all see me do it. Y'all see me do it several times. But at the same time, I offer something different. Like tonight, I showed you how the pattern make was and how to take something from a larger size to a smaller size, or from a quote unquote upsides and downsides different things based on the size you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not, you know what I'm saying, about always being in the mess or into the mess all the time. Well, it's not. Please. I have so much other things going on in my life. Was not besides listening to the mess here on YouTube. A lot of times was not. I listen to it, say hey. If it's become too much for me to handle, I tune out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for figure out how I can change a basic shirt into something that no one else has. A one of a kind creation. You know what I'm saying? So many other things going on that, I can't sit here and worry about, you know what I'm saying, who's online and lying about, you know what I'm saying, who they know. Who cares? How does it affect me? Are y'all putting money in my pocket? One way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Are y'all gonna buy something that I create? Can you afford to buy something that I create? And 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 if you're sitting on welfare and online all day long, the answer is no. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. You know what I'm saying? If you're on welfare, was not, and you're sitting online all day long, was not hoping and praying and trying to scheme, was not, you know, I can't sit up there and, you're not my target market. Let's be honest with it. You know what I'm saying? When people understand with that, what's your target market? Do I make things and sell things that people can afford? Yeah. I make T-shirts. Well, it's not. I make jewelry as well. But as far as my clothing was not, you know, there are things that I have a certain market for that, and even my styling was not. I'm offering it. I'm saying to help people out was not, but at the same time, I be realistic about my brand. My brand isn't. You know what I'm saying, for everybody, and I'm okay with that. Ursula, baby, you don't say that mouthful, baby. Someone's past, someone's current, someone's future. Unless I'm involved in it, hands on with it, had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? While it may be entertaining for a moment, but if that's all you have to offer is that, who cares? You know, people like it, people don't like it, people think I'm being shady. Well, it's not. It is what it is. I'm being me. You know what I'm saying? And either like me for being who I am or don't like me for what's not for who I am. Either way, I love me. You know what I'm saying? I love who I am. I love my personality. I love the fact that I'm talented. I love the fact that I know that I'm talented. Well, it's not almost to the point to where it's almost people say, "Oh, you're conceited." I'm not conceited at all. I'm convinced that I know that I'm talented. You know what I'm saying? It's not conceit at all. It's not conceit because I don't put anyone else down to build myself up. I just know who I am. And it took a long time for me to get this way. Well, not really. You know, it took, understand, being able to be honest with yourself, being able to be. Yeah, I mean, I think is, but I also know I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? I also know that I'm a caring person. I know that I'm a compassionate person. I know that, what I'm saying, I have more good in me than I have bad in me. Was not. Do I have bad in me? Yeah. Can I do bad things? Of course I can. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Is that where I live? No. But can I go there? Yes, I can. And people just think that, because like that, I don't follow leaders. I'm a leader in my own right. You know what I'm saying? I'm that. Thank you, Miss Cunningham, baby. I mean, yeah, I try to be unique. You know what I'm saying? I try to be different. I mean, I don't want to be like everyone else. I don't want to be part of the crowd. Thank you, Ursula. I don't need someone to tell me that I'm a good person. Like, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people on here crave that attention, that crave that validation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not for people to see in me what I see in myself. That's a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows that you are, you know what I'm saying, living, breathing embodiment of who you want to be. So that's a good thing that people acknowledge it and see it, whatever. But when you have to crave it and when you long for it and when you desire so much that you want to change who you are know what I'm saying, at your core in order for people to accept you? Are you really being who you are? Nope. You know, you're just being something that you want people to see. You're just being something that you want people to, you know what I'm saying, go and gather towards. And I said, I'd rather have a small group of close people around me was not that support and love me was not, and I support and love them, and have, you know what I'm saying, hundreds of thousands of people that I don't even know and I don't have any kind of personal relationship with was not. The main ones that comes into my chat was are the ones that I constantly see, either on YouTube streets or constantly here supporting, and I'm supporting them as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I actually like, and that's what I like. Like I said, I don't care about the thousands. You know what I'm saying? Give me the close ones that I have, and I'm good. You know, everything else, you know what I'm saying? When it's meant for me, it's meant for me. And when the time comes for me to do anything to do, I'll do it. And until then, I'm okay just being, you know what I'm saying, up close, intimate, you know what I'm saying, having long lasting, strong bonds with people, what's not, and we become friends outside of YouTube, that's great. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so as long as we support each other and we're respectful of each other, and, you know what I'm saying, that's all that really matters to me. All this other stuff was not really as minutia that I really don't care about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want, you know what I'm saying, to be number one. Ah, shit. I was born number one. You know what I'm saying? I'm number one in my life. You know what I'm saying? That was Sean had a good message. Well, it's not. I think it was yesterday or today. Whatever. Well, I saw it today, but he had a good message when this like that. I mean, I'll say that at the same time. Was not look in the mirror and because the person in the mirror is the one that you have to be with all the time. It's my alarm system down here. When people walk in the neighborhood, what's not, my alarm picks it up. This is kind of like a motion detector I have when I'm down here. So since I'm down here and on my this is my base floor. I have two other floors above me, like the living area and the bedroom area. So when I'm down here, I like to know who's walking by my door, what's not, and when the hall light is on, they actually can see inside my house. So if I notice someone is walking by, what's not, I can actually be aware of what's going on. And this is a busy neighborhood, people walking around and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that keep my head on split all the time, all the time. And I love you the way you are too, baby. But yeah, you know, a lot of people was not, you know, I mean, they like people on here are like new toys. Once people are done playing with them, well, it's not they get, you know what I'm saying, bored and they move on. My thing is, you know what I'm saying, let's always say the ones who are meant to last will last. The ones who don't won't. You know what I'm saying? It's not for me to try to change who I am in my entirety was not in order to fit everyone's mold because I would never be able to do that, and I know that. I would never be able to be everything to everybody and be able to do, you know what I'm saying, what people want me to do, how they want me to do it, when they want me to do it was not to please or appease everybody. All I gotta do is be myself was not, and when I'm being myself, whatever, either you're gonna be here to support and like, or you're not. You know what I'm saying? But I can't sit up here and try to, you know what I'm saying, do more than what I'm capable of doing. Oh, sorry, not capable of doing, willing to do. Because I'm not willing to change who I am to please nobody, except for who I am, but not at all. You know, and when you do that, whatever, you know what I'm saying, you'll be happier because you won't be worried about what I'm doing to, you know what I'm saying, this and the third. You know, and if you're not, thank you. So I mean, my thing is, I mean, and I think is, I like, I tell y'all know I say this all the time. People show you who they are. People tell you who they are. It's up to you to believe them. I think that people get disappointment comes when people have these unrealistic expectations of people. You know, what people are about. When someone tell you or show you who they are, at that point, it's up to you to believe them or not. And if you choose not to believe them, was not you can't be upset or offended when they actually do what they've always done or show you who they always been. You know what I'm saying? You made a conscious decision not to listen to them. You made a conscious decision not to trust them or not to believe them the first time. You know, it doesn't mean that I dislike or whatever you any less. Well, it's not. If you choose to like people that I don't pretty much care for because I see who they are, you know what I'm saying. But just just be careful. You know, and people show you exactly who they are all the time. Glue and like paint hanging out here. This is what I painted the mask with before I actually stoned them. This is like a metallic blue. It's an ice blue pearl. This is what I painted the blue mask with, and this is a silver metallic. What I painted the silver mask with, and the black mask I painted with black paint. I couldn't find black metallic ones not anywhere, and this is the glue I used to do that. I already put the beads up already. Or now. Look, I'm gonna do this pattern right quick. What's up, True Slayer, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? We done talk about a lot, True Slayer. I gave the beginning of the chat. I actually um challenge everyone to do the $5 challenge. Basically, how that works is if you have a special event like going to Vegas was not next year, and you want to save a little bit of extra money was not, that helps you out. Every time you get a $5 bill, put it aside in an envelope and don't touch it until Vegas. So I'm doing a $50 a week challenge. Basically, what that is that every Sunday, I'm gonna put $50 inside this envelope and put it up and save it until Vegas was done. So there'll be extra money I have in my pocket, other than the money that I already have in my pocket. So I can do as much as I want to, so I don't have to worry about being stressed out. So that means I have to focus on shopping a little bit less to save money. So far this week, I got $50. I got $50 in my pocket. Yeah. So far I got $50 in my pocket so far. Well, I got more than that, but I'm just saying. But I got $50 put aside. Yeah, I mean, it's just another little helpful tip for people to save money was nice, so they don't have to worry. Like, if you worry about, you know what I'm saying, how you gonna, if you get to Vegas, how you gonna have fun and how you gonna do different things was not. Start now putting a little bit of money away every week. Yeah, it doesn't have to be $50. It can be $5 every week. Was not. If you do $5, that's $20 a month. So far this year it'd be $40, and then next year, that's another 60 $100 extra that you have in your pocket. Was not. You know what I'm saying? That you can use in Vegas. If you kind of one of Vegas, you don't have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Doing too much craziness. You know, and you can use it for whatever you want to use it. But that's what I did to do for anything. You can you do that exactly. See, if you see True Slayer, baby, if you like so far, if I do this, well, I'm doing this. I should say, not if I do it. I'm doing this, so I will have an extra. So far, it'd be $20 this month, $20 next month, $50 this year, 600, 800. It'll be an extra $1,000 in my pocket to play with in Vegas. Uh-oh, when I do this, so that's an extra $1,000 in my pocket in Vegas, besides the money I'm already have to do whatever I want to do. So I don't have to put myself on a budget. That means I can go out to eat at nice fancy restaurants. I can go out and hang out at different clubs and parties and stuff I want to do too. If I want to catch a show, I can do that as well. People understand, like, I mean, it's real easy, it's real simple. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Not everything has to be a struggle if you plan in advance. I'm someone who constantly work on the future. Like, I'm constantly working on things ahead of me when it's not. And this is the first time I ever come to y'all, talk to y'all about it, because, you know, that's my personal business. You know what I'm saying? I can let y'all know everything, you know. But I think this would be something that can help not only people who go to Vegas, but people who have a trip plan somewhere was not, or who want to buy something nice for themselves. Put a little bit of money away every week. Do the thing. Exactly. Yeah. So like even if you have kids and you don't know what kind of expenditures goes on through the school year, you can do this for your kid's school year. Was not. You know what I'm saying? And just put a bit of money away. Was not, because you never know pictures, dances, school trips, whatever may happen. Was not. If you have twins, so yeah, you definitely need to be able to save a little bit of extra money. Was not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I would go shopping a little bit less. You know what I'm saying? like I said, I have pretty much everything I need and want anyway. Well, it's not. So just save a little bit less. I was to save a little bit more, shop a little bit less, and I'm good. Like today, I normally would have been shopping today after work. I didn't. I put the $50 that I would have spent at the store on nonsense that I already have that I already need. I would have spent money on food that I could have cooked here at home. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So just put it in an envelope, put it up until next week. Put more money in it. Put it up. That's something that I think that we can all do. Like I say, it doesn't have to be $50. It can be whatever you can afford. If it's $600 for both of them or a piece, because if it's a piece, that's a lot. But if it's for both of them, I think that's a good deal. I think that's a good deal. So a class trip for $20, that's not bad. Ooh, ooh. Well, I mean, it's an experience. It's an experience. It's an experience, and they would definitely enjoy it, and they would hate to miss out with their friends. So you got it. You won't do it, sweetheart. Like my thing is like I think that um, I worked a lot. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, even as a child, I worked a lot, was not. So I never asked my mom for anything. You know what I'm saying? So 'cause I knew she didn't have it, so I knew that it would put a strain on her. So I always did little odd jobs to make sure that whatever I ever wanted, I always got for myself. That's why I'm spoiled as hell now. Because I always make sure that I get what I want. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have to get it myself. Well, although I get it myself, I should say. If I want it, I shouldn't be without it. If I don't want it, if I can afford it, I don't want it. That's probably why I'm always happy. Like you won't see me coming here upsetting, miserable when it's not. Because whatever I want, I get. And here's a little bit, and it'll be paid off. It'll be paid off. The thing is, that's why I think this is a good idea because you actually, with this right here, with this idea, you actually have that extra money that you really don't have to go into your other money was not to do. And what time is that? What's up with you as a viewer, baby? How you doing? Fine, I hope. Miss Pam, I've been on here talking about how to take things up and down a notch. You know what I'm saying? With the pattern making. So I show people how to do that based on patterns. I've also talked about saving money for Vegas. About all the different things. You heard that, True Slayer? Me and Pam said she'd drive them there for cheap. She said she'd drive them there for cheap. She said she would drive them there for cheaper. She said, but I'm sure that's covering hotel and food, all that stuff as well. And Pam, you only got a one bedroom car, so you can't have them sleep in the car with you, baby. Yo, what's up? I'm sorry. Oh my god, it was hell trying to get this shit working. I apologize, y'all. I apologize. Forgive me. It was heck trying to get this thing working. It was heck trying to get it working. Y'all, we back. We back. We back. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. I apologize. Like a little baker. I apologize. Believe me, I do. I apologize. So honest and true. I knew I was wrong. That's why I sing you this song. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. It just cut off. mess. It's a mess. But y'all, I want to thank you guys again for coming to see me. Thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate everyone who support and is respectful and communicative in this chat. I definitely appreciate that, was not. I really, really do. I want to thank you all. And as I always say, you guys, love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and definitely respect someone else. Yes, good night, you guys. I want to thank you guys so much again. I want to apologize for the brief interlude and interruption. I do apologize about that. And I will talk to you guys later. I will see y'all tomorrow for Mad Day Mondays. It's going to be kind of interesting. A lot happened last week that I want to talk about and take a different level. To start take to a different level. But until then, y'all have a great evening. Get some rest. Be safe. If you're on these streets running around, make sure you don't leave your shoes all over the place like Tracy used to do. Y'all have a great day. Until then, you guys. Bye. Peace out.